And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Cannot get away, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now Allen into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10. Ready? 61, matchbox lights.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 40-yard line. 49's the mark. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. 5.
Back to throw. Jones Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Gets it to Meredith, complete. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing.
From midfield, here's Allen. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And it's caught by Parker. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
First down, Buffalo.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing now is Allen. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
319.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. 2nd down and goal. Allen, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Here's Yeldon, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to go for a big play down into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he finds Tyler Croft. 23 yards on the play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first down, Allen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Now Allen steps away to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Hey, Delta. You draw Corkers.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Saquon Barkley. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3, 218, chopper. Get it.
On third down, Barkley. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. White now to return. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. O'Shane Zimenez brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Then he finds Beasley complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. That's good for 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd and goal, Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. O'Shane Zimenez in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Hey, echo. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58. Look, squeeze. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Allen to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And this is caught, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, and the Bills have taken the lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense.
Got it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will get him one closer. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's Jones on first down, going up top. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it'll be second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Jones throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Hands you up. 58, right there. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Shoot. Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the run.
A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
What we got? Rock it. Go. Go ahead, baby. Go. Now.
From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense.
It got his man complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, 87 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Check. Fresno. General West. 5.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Here we go. 8-3. You better bring it. You bet 6-6. Pull it high. Right now, you better bring it.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
49 the mic, 149. I got you, son.
Jones operating from the gun. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Allen now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. O'Shane Ximines picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on 1st down, Allen, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On the return, it's Tate. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Jones now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
58, boys, 58, 58 is Mike. Hey, come on, now, come on, now. 58 to Mike, 58, 58 to Mike.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
X3, 218, chop it.
Wide, get wide. Back.
2nd and 14. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, it's Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. To the air, Allen. That's complete to Meredith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 3rd down gain of 19. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Allen to throw once more. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. O'Shane Ziminis Giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now T.J. Yeldon. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check, 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 check. Check 37, check 37.
Now a 1st carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Bills on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 40, the 30, 10, and it's a touchdown for the New York Giants. Roses to add the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Game situation. Check 52.
A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Pilot, 64,
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They'll go with a big back, Yeldon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Yeldon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, we're
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey,
now.
From the gun, Jones. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones, that sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Yeldon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bills, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.